All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. 120!
Seven got me.
Kill. Sunday. Hey, exit.
Wentz now on first down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Bravo!
Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Raheem Mostert. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. This is the 3rd-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. On 2nd and 9, Allen going deep for Diggs. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play here for the Bills. 46 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Allen. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down and 4, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Wentz now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Mostert trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler as a rookie last year, in on the stop there.
At the 36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Mostert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the carry, here's Clement. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On second and a yard, Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. Throwing is Allen on third. Allen hit. He lost the football. A little juke. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. 6-0 our score after 1.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Allen to throw on 3rd down. And that's caught by Beasley. And he'll be out right at the 35. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen's throw is complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, tight.
Hey,
wahoo!
53, Mike. And let's get together.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this is incomplete. The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Allen now going to throw again. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Let's Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, keep
Allen to throw once more. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
This is Mostert. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Man, 5-7. 58
Wentz now on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Check.
All 52.
You gonna take.
All 52.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he's got room. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. They keep it with Yeldon on first down. And an out. T.J. Yeldon. 30. 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play here for Buffalo. 51 yards. Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut, as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
Let's get it.
On second down, here's Yeldon. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
They got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Allen on third down. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, but the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Switch.
Half 85. Half 85.
Now T.J. Yeldon. Dropped at the 35, able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Allen from the gun on 3rd down, and he's able to find Diggs. Call it a is 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Allen now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. And this one complete to Smith. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Allen. And he rifles one incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Again, they'll throw with Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but yeah, let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, Steve 6.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen, it's caught. Smith. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
T.J. Yeldon's not afraid to drop a shoulder or run through some tackles, is he?
Not at all. I learned it in his high school days in Alabama, then, of course, stayed in state to play at Alabama. He could do that there.
And what I think is best about him, and when he's really on top of his game, when he's a little bit lighter, a little bit quicker, I think he's strong enough. He's compact enough to break those tackles. I think he's at his best at a shiftier weight.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Allen. And he finds Beasley complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Allen now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. Oh, look at the juke. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Hey, let's go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Allen now looks to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They go back to the ground, this time Clement. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 28.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it, stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, If you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Gostkowski now out to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Allen. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Allen. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills cut into... Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Hey, Charlie!
From the 29, Wentz, deep ball for Goodwin. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
To the air, Allen. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Hey, Alpha!
Here's Wentz to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll toss it to Yeldon. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll run it again with Yeldon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. On 3rd and short, the fullback DeMarco. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run with Yeldon. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
They go right back to Singletary. Oh, able to avoid him. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Rolling to his right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Throwing is Wentz. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. And he'll give it here to his running back. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bills have recovered.